Dun, 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 bum, 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 dun, bum. Dun, 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 dun. We are back with another live stream. I figured I'd just do some sort of easy, super chill stream tonight. Fuck's sakes, how many times did you have to tweet out? Swine contraption. Anyways, yeah, figured I would do a little bit more work on this, get a little bit further, and after all, it's not like we don't. Oh, sorry, why can't I go in the garage? Oh, wardrobe. Why is my wardrobe in the garage? That's concerning. Anyway, so yeah, welcome back to a Saturday night random stream, and we're doing Farming Sim tonight, and we might do a Satisfactory tomorrow night if we have time and whatnot. Just to break up the nonchalant efforts. And of course, we'll be back to normal streams Monday, which is Assassin's Creed and all them. So yeah, welcome to an impromptu stream. I gotta remember what the hell I was working on. That's problematic. Well, it's snowing. It's January, so yeah. Oh yeah, right. We hauled a pile of stuff in last time. I remember now. So yeah, we get 2,900, 6,000 here. We've got tons of sheep. We got tons of chicken. To the point where I actually was thinking I might have to get rid of some chickens. I guess we just keep getting more. I think that's what we said we were gonna try to think about doing, is start get rid of some of them. I think I can have up to 800, so this is pretty minor at this point. It's good for the eggs, but as time goes on, we will be thinking about getting rid of more of them. Okay, reproduction 0 at this point in time. Puberty is 66% on these ones, 33 on this one, 0 on this one. They are brand new little chicks going. Fuck. And then just zoom in. I almost said quack, 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 but that's the wrong bird. I failed my kindergarten. Reproduction, these guys are growing firm. How many I think it's only 60 I can have in there, isn't it? I'm looking in the wrong section. Sheep. 65. So kind of trailer can I do with animal transport. I can do 36 pigs, 38 sheep, 12 cows. So we can have one of those for there, and chickens. Chickens, because that's a chicken star. So it says silver chicken star. So we could have both trailers. That's $160,000 though. That's actually, the chicken star might only be 80,000 because it's modded for the chickens as well. So that's a possibility there. Oh yeah, how's the honey production? Because apparently in January the honey is still being produced. That's fine. Of course, our stone pile that's here. Oh, that's what I wanted to check out too. Remember how we said that we were thinking about building a little tiny, doing some trees around here, doing all that fun stuff and whatnot, and put a little tiny house or something. What does this one look like? That actually, I don't know. That kind of looks like it would be a fun little cabin. I don't know if we could plant it around here or whatnot. We might have to plant it right off the edge here or something. That's a fun little one. That's a monster. Put that there. That's also a monster. Well, we know this is my... that's actually not a bad little fun little house too for having out. It's a possibility. It's a nice little fun one. Oh. That actually might make a nice little cottage farmhouse wrapped around with trees and stuff as well. See, we got to think about these possibilities, because we might as well utilize this dugout for something. And who cares if we... Actually, what we could do is the little bit we're missing out of this field. Whoop-de-frickin-do. We can plant it in the back. We're near this. And we could come out with the field straight across this edge of this little field. Have the house in here. Come out here. And then back in. And have this all as a tree lot. Or we could just come straight across both of these. Have farm on this side, but make this all tree lots. I like that idea more. We lose a little bit of field, but we have our custom little gem, you could say. Alright, so these things are obviously going to be like 1 to 2%, yes. I think we started disking this, but we only got so far. So let's grab the plow. What we call him? Mr. Plow. Yeah, we'll grab Mr. Plow here, and we'll just start plowing everything under again. Right. Engine needs to be on first. I know, what a novel concept. I was going to say, where is my plow? It's up here. I don't know if we'll necessarily get this field made tonight, but we can try. Don't forget, we still have a couple months to pardon me, play around a bit. I had a cigar the other night, so that really broke up a lot of the phlegm that was stuck in my throat, so that did help considerably. I don't say that smoking is definitely a viable option for everyone. It helps me. I didn't say it needs to be. It's not necessarily a healthier choice, but it is a homeopathic remedy for coughing and whatnot. It works good for me, anyways. Just like I don't condone people drinking scotch, but I am a scotch drinker, so. Okay, so this bale is in my way. I'm going to take this bale with me for a trip. Alright. It's down over here. Okay, this was plowed. I'm just going to carve this corner out a little bit more here. Yeah, okay, I like that much better. I like it a lot better. Alright. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just go straight across those two. That should work out pretty good. Well, a lot nicer. Yeah, that should work. Then we clean up these rocks after. We got that whole field to pick rocks, so we're going to be busy for a little while. I'll put to you that way. There we go. Make a nice big open field. But I do like the idea of just making a little cabin in the trees type thing. I think that'll be kind of neat and cool. And literally, there's going to be no roads, no fancy driveway, no fancy landscaping, nothing of that sort. We're actually literally just going to build a nice little cabin in the trees. And yeah, it's not going to be fancy, but it's going to be, hideaway tucked in the trees. Quite a few spruce trees mixed in the bunch, and then maybe some pine trees, and then willows or whatnot, and we can make it nice. Apparently I gotta come back here. Now I did do the rock picking here, but they're gonna be back in a heartbeat. I know they are. Already had a few pop up. There's another one. There's a bale in my way. Boop. Alright. Now should. Yep, start hooking it over here. Yeah, it works out pretty good, I think. I was gonna say there's no rocks in here. Yes, there is. I'm blind to see the obvious. Alrighty. I have to go back and forth on this piece a couple times only because of the where it hooks up in the corners and that. But that should be a problem. Oh yeah, that's turning out much better. Much nicer. I think we can manage that. And then we gotta set in and do a million tons of rock picking. Which actually we can put pretty close to that spot next. Okay, so I should be able to go down the field and do this piece. Now, then I can zoom back over, do that centerpiece. Might take a couple tries to go that centerpiece. We will get the plowing of these two fields done here relatively quickly. I have a ton of cultivation to do though. So that should be kind of obvious. We've got 1.5 over there to do. We got this one. But we'll do the rock picking on these two first. And once it gets about 2 o'clock, we'll stop. It's winter after all. We can only work so long while it's daylight. And then we'll, zoom ahead. There's a bale in my way. I'm driving over it. That bale is impossible. Actually, no, it's not impossible. It's implausible. It's being a giant pain in the douche. There we go. It's being a douche nozzle. There we go. Then, don't worry. We'll have to probably wait till the snow melts again. It keeps snowing here. It's to the point where it's pissing me off. I've got so much work to do outside yet this year, and it's being a giant, well, douche nozzle. Set myself up for doing interior work now, so it'll be nice to do some interior jobs. It would be really nice to get land a couple really big flooring jobs. That'd be great. But that would keep me going for a little while, actually. I'll also just finish this piece off. Actually, 6 to 8 weeks of flooring jobs would be great. Which is actually only 6 to 8 jobs, roughly. Only thing is, before I, go to the lake house or go to the farm-esque house, we should probably finish plowing at least. And I say that only because as the snow falls, we won't be able to see where our lines are or where we've been or haven't been, so kind of important to get this done first. There we go, all the bushes are plowed under. Typically, you actually want to take a cat and just bulldoze them all into a pile first. This would be extremely hard on a plow. But it's not like we're bulldozing it and getting rid of all of them and never planting anything. We're gonna plant a bunch of trees around that slough, and we're gonna make it into a nice little cottage. Well, I guess what we could do is make it so you can park on that little stretch. Hardly a bush left. There we go. Don't look too bad. You'd be almost hard pressed to tell that there was ever 2 fields there. Well, once we seed all this, it'll be hard pressed to tell that there was a bunch of fields. You never know, we might get a bunch of seeding jobs in the spring too, so get ours done, then we go help everyone else, and for custom stuff. It's kind of what we do in general anyways. That's normal for farmers. You get your stuff done as a priority, then you try to go help others as much as possible. And it's not like all these people don't have a backyard. It's not like that. We still have some pretty decent backyards. Actually, we haven't touched anyone's real backyard there. Alright, so I can drop the plow. Probably over here for now. And I don't know where my pickup truck is. Probably back at the farm, because I'd say since it's January 1st, we still have time. Lots of time. Time. Yeah, these are only 10%. Let's, that's close enough. The truck is probably parked around here anyways. These trees haven't grown terribly much yet. Let's wake up at 9 again. What'd you guys do for spring or winter? Oh, we pretty much ignored the facts. 320, so we made 6,000. Holy crap! Things have happened. I just woke up to trees. I now have we now have some oak trees. All the oak trees have grown, which is actually kind of nice. So my front yard actually has some trees out front now. That's cool. Apparently trees have grown. Another oak tree. This is the one of the big ones on the corner here. That's really kind of cool. The two trees for the. I was just mentioning that I didn't have anything. The 2 oak trees for the end of the gate here have grown, and yeah, all the oak trees that are in my woodlot have grown. Oh, that's my antenna. All right, so the trees have started growing. All of a sudden, we have trees for the home front. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, looks like the trees out here have also grown. Is that what I'm seeing? No. No, damn it. I was hoping for these ones to have grown, but that's on the other side of the road. Nah, these always were here. Wait, no, they weren't. These are my other oak trees. These ones I did plant. That's right, too. And I planted these ones in vicarious order coming down across here. That's right, too. Cool, so some of our trees have grown. I am actually kind of happy by that. Alright, but probably, yep. We have honeyed like you wouldn't believe. It's only been like 8 hours and it's like... No, it's been more than that. It's probably been about 14. That pallet is already over half full. The other thing I have thought about actually doing and setting up right away here would actually be a farm store. Kind of thought about doing a farm store. Okay, we still only have 1 bale of wool here. Still got a pile of sorghum that I could feed the chickies with. Still got 2 bales. We got one that's 6,000 and one at 23. So we're good there. We're good on the bales. Basically, every day that I sort of speed it up by sleeping, I should really check this stuff. And okay, so let's just check to see if we have any more in here. We're growing chickens left, right, and center. And yeah, that all looks good. How's our production doing? Production, beer's doing good. Crude oil, we're selling that. We're just about out of diesel fuel. Then we can buy the new one, which is 380,000, by the way. But we can produce a lot more too, which will offset it a bit. Strawberries. We're too good on that. How's our chicken processing? We're doing actually pretty good on chicken processing. We got nearly another pallet there. Hey, chickies. Alright. Drop you off there. was gonna say it's looking overly white. Let's pick up our rock machine. It's feeling like an overly crisp day. Alright. There shouldn't be too much for rocks around here yet, but we'll zoom down here anyways. I feel pretty good about that. Our trees, our homestead trees are finally growing. That makes me have warm feelings. Wow, those rocks just light right up. Frost in them makes it easier. Way easier, in fact. Well, on the plus side, what we can do then is I'll still cultivate this afterwards. One thing that we can do is we can do this today, the rocks, and then switch over to the cultivator tomorrow. We'll have to move things around again. Which should be fine. If I could just hire doing the rocks out. Gotta go back and forth down this field anyways. What are these bales doing? I could find my pickup truck wherever the hell I left it and pick these up if that's the case. Nope, they're not done yet. This right here will actually make a fair bit again. Enough to buy those other two fields. And then once those other two fields are good, to the point where, yes, we're comfortable with it and we have all what we need, we can swath both of them, bale them, and then we should have enough for our oil. That reminds me, let's check out what our... Well, we're 11,800 up. We've bought a bunch of land, so naturally we have pretty good expenditures. Sold bales, 262, 60. That's our biggest profit here. We did sell products. We have no contracts, so we're not making money on contracts down here, which is usually what kept me afloat. But yeah, we're not doing too bad finance wise. Is my pickup truck? Ah, here it is. Guess I'll drop this again. Doing pretty good. We'll have one full pallet of Bucky Buck frozen stuff again. That actually makes pretty decent money. That was 14,000 the last time. So that every couple days will hold us over. I actually, on my personal one, I loaded up with pig feed on on this trailer and with the big pallets. Yeah, it's not good. It really isn't. Okay, so I'll just park you here. Bonk. Alright, we can do that. We're producing stuff at a pretty good rate of speed, too. I'm not unhappy with the way that everything's progressing. For how cold it is, do you think that's frozen? No, just really cold. You know, it's not that deep either. Like, this could have been a lot deeper. I've driven through stuff that deep with mine before. Yeah, so we'll... Essentially, this will be... where we'll just have the parking spot for whatever vehicle we have. And, yeah, we'll have the house back here. But again, when we buy this, we'll swath all of this, and if there's tall grass and hay and everything else in our trees, I'm fine with it. 100% fine with it. How does the rock picking go? If I have to pay someone to do some rock picking, I'm fine. Totally fine with it. And you, sir, are 96%. How does our seasons line up? We could plant cotton in here. And harvest it in October, November. I mean, we'd probably make a fair bit off of it, but it would do us no justice because we need fields for beer and we need it for our chickens. And to a certain point, I might keep some straw bales too, because if we do decide to go with hogs, of course we need straw. So we probably should keep some of it on hand as well. But no matter what, with straw bales, we're gonna sell them as is, as it come off, anyways. Just because it's extra profit on it. For seeding wise, we were talking about oats. March for oats. We could do some oats. Sorghum is April, and barley is in September. That might work because we could combine the sorghum and then plant barley right after. That might be an option. Yeah, that one was 94. I think these were the first ones I did. So let's see what fermentation level these are. 95. Yeah, we still got some time on them. Good job picking it up, but oh well. I was gonna say, you missed one. It's these we gotta pick up. Oh, you did have it up. What do you know? Cool. Having no rocks in this field is a huge bonus. Oh man. I got pigeon shit on my tires. That just sucks. Unless that's supposed to be what rocks look like in it. Well, that's definitely pigeon shit. That's definitely pigeon shit stuck on my tires. It's one problem with having bins on your place. Yeah, these are also oaks. American elm. Oak. I mean, I'm happy. Some of our trees are finally growing, so... It actually starting to look like a homestead. So we should, if we go back to here, and we go to growth, these ones will be coming off at some point. Yeah. Rocks being picked up, that's nice. Big red ones are big stones. Probably some deadheads, the light yellow ones aren't so bad. Then we can do the rest of this, and well, we should be doing alright then. Yeah, I would love to like buy some of these. They're 400 million, million and a half, 2.7, 2.6, 1.5, 3.7, 2.8. Oops. Bearing down on us. Oh yeah, look at the rocks he's picked up. Oh, coming back at me. Cool. Yeah, so it's progressing. We are progressing. I guess I could take my truck and hook up to the wagon. Load the wagon. So that might be it. We might plant sorghum in this right away. I think I have barley in the other field up here. Let's just take a look. Now it's going to save. Now it's going to be annoying. Wheat. I planted wheat in it. So, by that means we have wheat. We can combine that in July, and we can plant barley right after it's in September. So that works. That works perfectly well. Yeah, that works perfect. So sorghum we're going to plant in this field that we're currently working. And something tells me it takes longer than this to grow. Oats, on the other hand, I could see this being truthful. But by this standard, I could see them like planting this, going through this whole season, and then harvesting the next season. I could see that. If it grew in this short period of time, I'd be surprised. But I honestly don't know. This is like season 1 of doing this, right? I wonder if I can move this bale in time. Golly, oh! I moved it a bit. It's 99%, 97, 98. It's just about ready to pick up. So we can get rid of that. We can buy those other two. We might want to hold off on mulching and doing the cultivation of all this until we have the other two fields as well. Just saying. Just saying. Tell it to me. Da, 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 da. And I will say this again too. If you're new and are watching this at a later date or watching this currently, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe button, as it does help us as we're trying to grow a bit. I do appreciate it. Looks like the chain almost needs a little greasing. See, these actually have roller back chains. Like they come across here and then they actually go underneath on the roller chain and go straight back. Yeah, this one isn't a PTO driven one. I thought it was, but no, it isn't. So, well, it's supposed to be plugged into your trailer plug, as your trailer plug one. So this one you could actually use just on your truck. I just noticed the muffler rattles in this one. That is a nifty detail that I didn't otherwise know. It rattles all the way. Huh. That's actually kind of cool. In a weird sort of way. Alright, we're gonna hire off of him and we can finish this up now that most of the field's done with our Rucky Picky. I still gotta do the outside edges here. Boop. Out of my way, Bale. Don't mind me. Me and my Bale friend here are just gonna go for a drive. Uh-oh, now it's stuck in the V. Stuck in the V, man! The hell? There's a stone over here that I missed. There we go. Alright, can we turn? Sharp enough. Beautiful. We gotta go backwards on that one a little bit to clean that up, but that's pretty minor. We can quickly burn through and do that. Just as long as I get all the rocks picked up. Then we can pick up the bales, haul them in, get paid for them, buy the other 2 pieces of land that we need to make the rest of the field. We have an idea for a little cottage farmhouse in by the slough there. Just a quaint little house, like a probably 1, maybe 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath. You know, just something amongst the trees. That's about the best way or description for it. Just a house amongst the trees. We're driving along here. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's rocks here. Yeah, when I hired it, of course, he was just going back and forth. Yeah, on the other hand. It's not like there's too much here for picking. Well, I guess there's a fair bit, but someone look at it afterwards and go, what the what are you doing in that field? Oh, picking rocks. Uh-huh. Oops, big ones there. Those are some big rocks. Alright. And with the frost on them, man, do they just poke up. It's almost like they're highlighted. And this field has a ton of them. Oh well, we'll keep the rock picker out here anyways, just because, well, when we go to do the other part, we're going to need to, and then we got to cut those down. I think probably do the same as what we did before, just haul the wood over to Bloomgar Export. Just like before, at least then we get a little extra capital off it in the end. Donk. Donk. Ba-donk. And here I thought there was no more stones on this edge. I was wrong. Alright, back it up. Back it up. And go again. Plus there was no stones right there. That's kind of cool. Of course, we're just about done off this edge now. There are a lot of stones in this field. There's a ton of stones in this field. Alright, looks like there's only 2 big stone piles left. Maybe then. Alright, I can stick this between the trees. And these trees, we're not getting rid of. These ones off this edge, I'm keeping. I'm actually gonna grow our production of trees. We're going to plant a ton of them over by the slough. So we'll pop up our house. So this will be like almost a little driveway. This would be extremely cold, not advised. But we'd plant our little house in here, and then so you can see the little water. And we'll come straight across here with the field, and then all the rest of this I'm going to plant full of trees. Making a little wood lot. I think that'll look pretty good. Okay, these things done yet? No. That one is not. This one is. So I'll have to check each one of these to see if it's this one's done. Well, we can take 2 bales so far. That's getting a little better. Okay, he's ready. He's not. He's not. But that one is. Well, we have 3 bales ready. He's not. He's not. He is. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to see which ones are fully fermented. Because right now it would be only about 800 a bale. Roughly. Whereas it's like 15,000 a bale otherwise. So this bale's ready. So I always want to haul in fermented bales. That's why I don't mind the process of waiting for them, because that extra amount is worth it. Okay, he's also ready. I must have baled these outside ones first. Okay, he's not ready. Missed it, sure did. There we go. Alright, back out here. See, it's not ready yet. It's 98% fermented. We want nice fermented. How did I pull up my chainsaw? Let me just cut this bale in half and see how good it is. That's also not advised. Do not do that. I think it's bad with the... See, now this one's 100%. But that... This one's also 100. Okay. So... This one is, and this one is. But these ones are not yet. It's 99. He's 99. Alright. That's 98. I must have done these outside ones first. So just these back three. Okay, that one's ready. That one's not. It is an interesting issue. Okay, now we just play the waiting game. The waiting game for bales. And today, what we do is we wait. It's 99. It's not like we have too many to wait for here. But we kind of need the extra cash buy those other two, because I don't want to get too low on the winter months. Okay, this guy's ready. This guy's not. This guy's not. But he is ready. And he is not. It's kind of annoying to wait for him like this, but what do you do, right? Okay, so ignore all of them but this outside one, because he is ready. Oh, now he's ready. And that one still isn't, but that one is. if this was real life, when every time you kick the first bale over, the whole trailer would rock. Quite a bit, actually. The first time I shot one across, I was like, holy crap, gonna flip the trailer. And the guy I was doing it for goes, nah, you're fine, it does it all the time. They're a heavy trailer. They caught me off guard, I can tell you that much. I was kind of like, holy crap. 99 still. Okay, this might be the outside one that might take the longest. Here's still 99. So we got 3 bales left here. This one's ready. So we can pick up this one. This one's... These last two are 99. If it picked it up from that far away, I'd definitely yell. Okay, this guy's ready. Bonk. Okay, just these last two. Still 99. And still 99. It truly is the waiting game. It is the waiting game. These are definitely heavy bales. 890 kilograms. Oh, this bale's ready. So about 1,600 pounds, almost 1,700 pounds bale. That is a heavy bale. The reason why you're not picking this up. Object is too heavy. You don't say. Oh. Just getting ready. Alright, let's take these in. We got 16 bales. That's not bad at all. So 15,000 times 16. Alright, we should get at least about 300,000. Well, not at least. Close to it. I'd say about 260. 265, something like that. $16 and $16. 16 and 15. I guess it depends on the price they give me for the silage bales, but I'm thinking it should be around 260,000, which should be enough to buy those other 2 pieces, and then we can plop a farmhouse and do all the tree planting. And of course, we have our own trees that are now growing. I'm actually kind of excited. They're actually growing. They're not just little sticks. Alright, start. You notice how I just missed that 50 sign too. Alright, back it up. Back it up, back it up. Oops. Good backing skills. Yep, all over the fucking place. Yep, you bet. Alright, off we go. Like 16 times 15 should be 300,000. 298. That's actually not bad. I'm happy with that. That's a good result. I am more than tickled pink by that, because then that technically means we can buy those 2 pieces of land and have money left over to potentially plant some trees and build a house. While my truck is burning down the road, we will illegally look into something else. X for farmland. You're gonna buy this guy. 91,000. These are the cheapest of the two. There we go. We have this entire section. And the best part is, they're still in the black. The black is good. Oh crap! I forgot. I can break all I want. That doesn't mean much. So yeah, our gate now has 2 trees growing. And of course our woodlot back here is got a bunch of oak trees in it, which is just freaking fantastic. I love it. I love every second of it. And of course, we have 1 tree here for our entryway, and our oak trees out front are growing. Isn't it great? I freaking love it. That is starting to look like a farmyard now. I like it. And then of course I planted a couple trees around there and they're growing. This is a pretty tight entrance, so I'm going to haul equipment through. I might have to cut 2 of these back. We'll see. If I don't have to, I won't. Okay, so we can go swathing. We can swath both pieces over here. Nice looking field now. And yes, we are going to have to cut these 4 trees down, which, whatever. We're going to plant a whole pile more too. First we're going to swath all this down, get as much hay, ground and whatnot out of it. But yeah, we're going to carve the field out around the slough. We're going to go straight across here, and then we're going to build our little cabin in the woods here. And then all of this is just going to be trees. So yeah, what I'm cutting down, I'm technically actually replanting. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Since I'm here. Nope, that's still good. Okay, we're good there. And chickies are doing good. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That looks like grass, but I know it isn't. It's wheat. Alright, we'll swap down this hay real quick. Nice tonight if we can swath it and potentially bale it. Get it all cleaned up for the trees and building and whatnot for there, then I'm happy. Sure, I might as well do a swath back here too. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be the last time I mow this section. But the only reason why I'm actually swathing it in the first place is so I can see where I plant stuff and put stuff. That's about the only reason why I'm doing it. Alright, turn, you bugger. Yay! Technically, I can come out a little bit because it's also mine. these trees, the ones right off here, is fine. I'm leaving them. They're not hurting anything being here. Those four are a pain. I'm not going to plant the field around it. That I am not going to do. Because that's just goofy. I'm going to leave this road. This is a good little access road back here. Yeah, I know I could technically salvage a lot more land and whatnot, but I'm not going to. To a certain point I will take it out, because I'll actually carve it out from here and carve it in nice, but other than that I'm not going to worry about it. I must admit though, swathing with this thing doesn't take long. We'll have this swath in no time flat. Alright. I think I'll just go back and forth down the field. This little section here doesn't look like much, but this should probably yield about 20 bales. So we'll have pretty close to 400,000, which should be more than sufficient to build that new refinery that we're looking at. That way I can make diesel. Right now I'm just selling all the diesel because I didn't want to trunk it. The new plant actually I can sell hydrogen and oxygen too, which will cover a lot of expense. Did I start? I gotta look now. Did I start? No, I'm just selling it. Let's change the output to storing. We won't make as much in the short term, but we can haul it, and then it's no extra expense to it, rather than buying the oil to refine. We can basically just refine our own. I did think about putting an oil derrick back over there somewhere. Unless I put one, I could put one right in here. Use this access road to as a oil release site. You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, because then what I could do is I can only cut down 2 trees instead of, cut down 4. Why do we do that? So how much space would that actually take? Hang on. Is that in production? Not this oil well. This oil well is way over complex. Just my other. This guy. Yeah, put it just like this. Yeah, there we go. That makes perfect sense. So, I know I left it running. This access road is basically it's a well site. It's literally a well site. Its purpose is for this well, oil derrick. That way I can make the fuel for my equipment. You know, I wish it actually had moving parts where this would go up and down. But I mean, it's got the sound, so it's also got Meridian bin. No active productions. Oh, it's because I need to turn it on first. Activate. Yeah, storing. So storing and storing. Okay, cool. Oh, back to what we were doing. There we go. We have our own lease road with an oil derrick. So between the two of them, even if all I had was production of like 100 barrels a day, that would probably produce about 80 barrels a day in diesel fuel, which is enough to fuel some things. You're going, oh well, that's $60,000 down the tube. It is, but it isn't, because I'm gonna recover my cost by not having to buy diesel fuel from my equipment. I'll be producing it myself, so I'll have a little bit of savings there. That's no different than us having to farm around frickin' oil derricks all the time, or pipeline stands. I've had to do that quite a bit over the years. Now that little service road makes sense. And it's not that much of an inconvenience. We have another one over there anyways. I know I'm going to have a lot of environmental guys going, I know it's a video game, but why are you putting oil derricks in? That is harmful for the environment. Well, until you can build a battery system for a combine, and a battery that can last for 24-hour runtime, yeah, no. And for heaven forbid it has fucking death. To this day, I don't know why. It's not environmentally friendly. It isn't. Because the fumes kill plant life. You accidentally dribble a little bit of that crap on the ground, it's dead. Permanent. Stuff will never grow there ever again. At least if you spill diesel fuel, stuff will still grow. Now, I don't condone spilling anything at any given point. That's just kind of, well, one, it's a waste of good quality material, but two, it's also not real great to drop anything on the ground at any given point. I know there was talks. There was a waste company quite a few years ago. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was. There's a certain percentage of when you refine stuff of waste, and it's kind of like a tar sludge. And they figured out a way of actually using the stuff, which is kind of amazing. And before everyone flies off the handle is, he was actually using it to make solar panels. And yes, everyone forgets, you need a massive absorbent amount of coal to make solar panels. But a very specific kind of coal. Which is the kind that you have to strip mine. And I've even tried to recycle, to figure out how to recycle. It's not easy. Alright, we're just about. There's a lot more here than I was expecting. These seem like a lot smaller fields, but they're really not. Well, actually, even windmills. Windmill production, you need a very good high concentration of coking coal to actually refine and make them. And then, of course, the blades are actual fiberglass, which means there's a very I can't remember the exact name of it, but there's a very specific silica sand that you need to make the glass fibers for it, and there is not an abundant source of it. Like, I know it's great. Everyone always talks about, oh, well, we move towards green products. It's great. However, we lived in a closed ecosystem. To a certain degree, we can only build X amount before we run out of X amount of material to build X amount. Oddly enough, though, the one funny thing is we actually do have an abundant source of lithium. Well, we do around here, anyways. And I say that because all the oil wells around here were shut in years ago. The number one reason behind it was because there was salt brine mixing in with the oil. Nearly impossible to get out, right? We found out now that what's contained in that salt brine that shut in all these oil wells was, well, lithium. So, it's kind of funny. Now, is there still tons of oil around here? Absolutely. The only reason why they stopped oil production, it wasn't because there was low amounts of oil. There's tons. Like, you could still, if you can figure out how to get the salt brine out of the frickin' oil, you can pull 100 barrel, even more than that. The hell did one guy say it was 300 to 400 barrels a day out of one well? But it's contaminated. It's all contaminated with salt brine, which is a high abundance source of lithium. There is a company around here now that is looking at opening up all these shut-in wells and recovering the salt brine out of them. So, which is great, because we wouldn't need to strip mine for lithium. It's all right there. Like, the hole's already drilled. It already produces an ample amount of salt brine. And yes, if you say, oh, well, if you pop the water well in your area, do you get a high sodium? Yes. Yes, we do. The water all contains high amounts of sodium and methane gas. Because the oil is underneath the coal bed, and the coal bed is about 100 feet below the house. It's not that far. Actually, even when we were digging the hole for our water cistern, we hit coal. It wasn't like instant coal bed. It wasn't like a massive seam from Minecraft, but there were chunks of coal in the sand just sitting there. And you dig it up and you go, oh, okay, this is pretty good stuff. You hit it with a hammer and you bust it open. Just even a little bit of the powder. It lights real easy. So I was kind of surprised because it was like, it's these black chunks of stuff. Yep, there's a reason. Why am I driving this over here? We're done with this for now. We also park it over here. So basically, coal and right between the coal bed and the oil bed is saturated with methane gas. And good quality methane gas, which they did produce for a while around here. But again, they had a slight problem with the methane gas pulling out. Well, because it's sitting underneath the coal bed, on top of the oil bed. The salt brine is sort of leached up between them. I mean, there's tons of this stuff. it would be kind of cool around here if there, if you could actually start, because all these oil wells, they're just still sitting here. No one's reclaimed them. No one's done jack shit. So if you could reuse them, it might be beneficial. Without driving in my neighbor's field. Or driving over my implement. It would be really kind of nice if we could mine lithium efficiently and ethically without destroying the earth trying to do it. Because right now, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you mine lithium, you're actually strip mining it no different than you would shale oil. It's not real friendly. Get this all baled, get the bales out of here. I might be able to pop a house in here right away. Obviously not tonight, but Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night we will be. Alright, while this is doing this, I'm going to pour a drink. Oh, that's groovy. I should have been watching that. Oh well. What can you say? So we got 30 barrels in that one. And we got 55 barrels in that one. And refinery has about 33. It's noon. I guess we could think about sleeping again. And then before the end of the stream, I guess what we could also focus on doing would be to haul some chicken. Of course, we could do that Wednesday too. We could do that first thing Wednesday. FYI, I'm stuck on a little edge here. There we go. We could do that Wednesday. Do all of our selling up, and then at least then we have more income. We're gonna have lots of income off this. I'm surprised how much silage bales do. It's actually kind of insane when you think about it, but oh well. Well, at least we can do something in the winter, right? We'll have to move some honey again. I have to worry about the sheep. The sheep will have lots of food for the next while. We nearly have enough for a refinery again. That was my fault for putting in more oil derricks. It just came to me because we talked about it before adding more. I tried to figure out what I was going to do with that service road. Makes perfect sense to me now. Makes a lot of sense to me now. Which is good. I also love games like this where you can actually build industry and then you're basically part of the supply chain for that industry. It's not like you're just building an industry going, oh, okay, now we have profit. No, No, you actually have to physically supply. You can buy the materials for the factories, but I prefer to do it myself. Like, I prefer to be able to actually physically put the materials in and do the supply chain myself. I know it might seem weird to some people, but hey, you know what? I think it's fun, so that's why I'm doing it. Oakley Doakley. Yeah, and then we'll go back to Satisfactory tomorrow night. Oh, as a case point, Baldur's Gate royally pissed me off last night because of the way the glitches are. I talked to someone, and they said the Night Song, if you have a lot of barbarians and whatnot, it's really difficult because of the glitch. You can't push them really, but they told me how to do it in the room, and it basically they won't pop it if nobody slips in the grease. So you grease the floor with everything that you got, and then you light it on fire with Karlach, and you can defeat them pretty easily doing that. So there's still hope for the game. So, apologize for that, but at the same time, it's kind of really, it's a giant piss off that it doesn't really work. Because like they said, the shoves don't work necessarily the way that they should. Let's go this one. I don't have to try to turn awkwardly for the other one. I don't think it's actually going to take us long to quickly bail this. So yeah, no, now we only have to take out 2 trees. That works out really well. Get off with camber a little bit here. There we go. So yeah, I do appreciate everyone coming and hanging. I know this is sort of an impromptu stream, and I don't... Saturdays and Sundays are sometimes a toss-up. It depends on what I'm doing. I do have to work on estimates and stuff tomorrow. But tomorrow night I feel that I can still do a stream. Because after everything, a chill stream and Satisfactory is going to be fantastic. And we have base building to do in that one. And planning and sorting out. So if you guys are hanging out and looking for something to do, I'll be streaming tomorrow night with Satisfactory. But yeah, no, tomorrow I've really got to work on some estimates. I got finally they sent me some information on this one that I'm working on. And I got to hear back from my flooring guy, see if what I can get from the wholesaler. It's the life and times of actually physically working. And I can complain all I want, but to be honest, it's not that bad. Alright, screw it. It's not that deep. Anything else, I'll bail some Slough water. Yeah, I'm sure that would work. Not that well. But anyways, yeah, no. My brain will hurt after doing paperwork all day, so doing a chill stream is exactly what I need. And of course, Monday night is back to Assassin's Creed. Tuesday night I'll take off. Won't be doing anything Tuesday. Wednesday we're back to farming again. So Wednesday night, or next Wednesday night, we'll work on getting a house in here, a bunch of trees planted, and build a little cabin-esque thing in there. We'll get the rest of this field done, ready to go for seed. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Get everything going on that. Then we can basically just sort of hightail it between life. We should also be able to afford to put in the new refinery. New refinery's $380,000, and then we can sell hydrogen and oxygen. I think it is. We're not going to sell the diesel fuel. Diesel fuel we're going to stockpile for all of our equipment, especially for seeding season. We're going to go through a pile, just because. I do have mods for air carts. They're extremely expensive, but one of the other guys I game with once in a while here, he was going to try to find me the link for another one. There's it's like a white. Actually, I think it is white. It's a tinier air cart. It's about a 30-foot instead of like a 60-foot, and a lot cheaper. So it might be something we maybe look at. Is a different kind of, like a smaller air cart, which I would totally be down for. Because we do need to think about a new seeder. This is going to be a big field, and we are going to buy the seed. We are going to do it the right way. We're going to buy the seed. We're going to buy the fertilizer. We're going to do it manually. We're not going to buy and use the auto buy of seed. We're actually going to buy the seed, use the fertilizer, and manually do it. Yeah, especially with a field like this, because it's unique. It's not square. Oops, getting off here. We're gonna do it that way. If I had a giant air cart, if I could afford to buy a big bejesus tractor and the massive air cart, that would be something I would do. But I want to buy the equipment. I don't want to lease it, because leasing costs will catch me in the end, which I don't want to do. So yeah, no, we don't want to be doing. I don't want to be doing the extreme hardcore stuff with that. I did on my personal one, and I must admit, it came back and haunted me, because the air carts are extremely expensive for upkeep, and I found myself burning through absorbent amounts of money. I think I used $150,000 of field in upkeep just for the leasing costs. It was insane, because I leased the tractor to run it, the air cart, and the obviously the cultivator, the seeder, you could say. Yeah, it was extremely expensive. I haven't played with the John Deere one. I was playing with the Bourgault one, and the Bourgault one, it's really fussy on how you load it. Extremely fussy. Super Bees are not the answer. But the tandem was. The tandem actually worked really good for it, which was annoying. So what I've learned from doing my test, because I have this map on a test, I buy and sell and play with stuff. Yeah, that one was annoyingly tested. And I will say I'm going to keep my tandem truck. I could have like 4 or 5 Super Bees. That's fine. Cool. Awesome. I am not, by any means, getting rid of my tandem. It's just a good all-around little truck. And yes, sometimes the semis are a little big and awkward. Well, this actually didn't go too bad tonight. Overall, I'm quite happy, and I hope you guys have enjoyed as well. Gaming in general is a good sense of relaxation. Very good sense of relaxation. And it's a bonus that I can share with you guys. Oh, crap. I'm getting into a moment and I forgot entirely that the bale was ready. Hey, it's just like real life. And then whatever you do, if you ever have to in real life work on a baler, I'm paranoid by this. I know a guy that had his arm ripped off by one. What I do is shut the tractor completely off, and then I pull the PTO. I literally pulled the PTO off. There's no fucking way it can randomly start up if the PTO is off. The guy disconnected off the tractor. There's no way. It's like, oh yeah, that's stuck. I'll just reach in there. Like, it's not gonna harm me. Wrong. Yeah, one guy that I do know of, it ripped his arm clean off. He reached in there and one of the binders actually caught at the edge of his jacket and ripped his arm off. These are not things to be trusted. So no, anytime I ever have to, I don't do baling that often. That's a good thing, because I don't really like baling. If I have to, I can. But if I'm doing it, if I have to do anything on the inside, like if the binder wire or the twine or whatnot gets jammed, nope, tractor's off, PTO's off. Ain't fucking with it. It's bad enough with the with our little tractor, anything with the PTO, if even the rototiller, if it jams up or whatnot, tractor's off, I pull the PTO. One, it's a hell of a lot easier to clean out if PTO's not attached, because you can rotate it. But yeah, no. I don't trust things. Too much can go wrong too quickly. So that's a little PSA about farming in real life. When it comes to PTO shafts, don't fuck with it. Just turn the tractor off, disconnect the PTO, and you'll be a lot safer because of it. Will it take more time? Yes. Yes, it will. Is it worth taking more time? Yes. Yes, it is. You can be quick and unhappy, or you can be slow and still have limbs. Don't become a war amp. I don't joke about safety with this. It's more common sense. Do you need like lockout tags and make sure that you're in high vis jackets and all this crap? Do you need to wear a hard hat when you're operating a piece of equipment like this? No. No, you do not. You don't even need to wear steel toes. Just be smart when working around the equipment. If it's moving, turn it off. I don't know how many guys, even cleaning out the spreader bar on the back end of a combine, that also freaks the hell out of me, because combine's still running, they're reaching in there trying to unclog it, and it's like, no, that's a recipe for disaster. No, you do not stick your hand in there. So all it takes is for whatever reason the combine decides to turn on at second. I know it has to ramp itself up and everything else, those procedures and whatnot. The newer ones are a lot safer than the old ones, but I still don't trust it. Oh, just reach in there, you pansy, and pull that out. Not when it's running. I don't care. Actually, you know what? For the most part, the guys that I'm usually helping in that, if they see me turn the combine off, they know. They don't even question it. They just know, and they actually they're pretty good. They won't push it or anything. It's like, that's not a bad idea. If you're uncomfortable with it, don't push it. And I know for a fact my cousin, even with combines and that, he had his hand crushed with one. He never questions what I do. It's just like, hey, you figure that's safer? I'm not going to question it. I'm happy for you. Yeah, the choppers tend to have a... Sometimes they have a mind of their own, depending on which piece of equipment you have again. I know the cases are fine with it. The John Deeres are, for the most part, good. So long as you got a newer pieces of equipment. The toggle for them tends to stick sometimes on the older ones, which could be dangerous. That's the old 680s that had that issue. Massey's are horrible for it. They have a tendency to turn on randomly. Like, you can be standing outside of the combine and all of a sudden you hear it ramping up and you're going, what's it doing? No, I can take this back too. Okay, I am driving the edge of my field. My friend's field. Yeah, we're all done with the baling tonight. That's all done. That's groovy. Gotta check my chickens. We might haul over a quick pallet, because these are probably 4,000 by now. Actually not. It does not. Believe it or not, it does not. Man, we got a lot of bales out here. This is gonna be great. Let's head off to the house here. Let's cycle a day. See, we got beautiful trees. Let's cycle a day and do the rounds anyways and check out everything, move things about and whatnot, and then we'll end the stream from there. Like I said before, I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you are new and whatnot, feel free to hit that subscribe button, as it does help us on our road and the goals that we have in mind. Oh, it's snowing. We have snow on, not snow on the ground, but it's snowing. Okay, no more trees have grown. Nope. Just the oak trees, which is funny because oak trees are usually slower. There's a great demand for central meat sales. Okay, we can spawn one item. That's a pallet. Meat sales. Does that mean chicken? Do we have got chicken demand? No, it's beef. I have no beef. None. Nada. So anything else that chickens were good on. These guys are doing good. Still have those stuck. We just did strawberries. I'm gonna leave for now. Crude oil, we're just about done. We got 1,000 barrels there, 1,000 barrels there. Yeah, we're good on everything for now. we will have to offload more honey because we know damn well it's full. Okay, was this one just full? Okay, there we go. It just spawned another 3. So next stream we can sell a bunch of honey. That's why I kind of almost want to put a farmer's market in, because then we could also sell all of our, like, sell direct to him. All of the what am I thinking of here? Lettuce and whatnot, and tomatoes. All the lettuce and tomatoes. We can sell all that stuff direct, which means we would have a higher profit margin. Okay, now we can go pick up the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to try the tractor. I'll haul the tractor down there and see about picking up the cut chicken. Eggs-wise, we're doing alright. Now, if I do that with the tractor, I guess what we could do is haul the honey too. Ah, hell, we'll do it next time. I'll just drive the tractor down and grab those. Because remember, the one problem we have is the forklift is actually not heavy enough to handle the overabundant weight of a full pallet of chicken. And I'm curious to know if the big tractor can. It's not like it's that far away. So yeah, we'll be back with this on next Wednesday. We'll get the trees cut down that we need to. We'll have all the bales moved. We'll have the new refinery put up. We'll do the trucking of that. I still have the trailers and stuff, so that's not a problem. We can truck oil and everything. So we'll have to set up sort of a time frame. So we'll do bulk of farming and everything, and then the last 10-15 minutes of stream is when we'll do all for the industry swap outs. That might work out pretty good. This is a fairly heavy tractor. One would think 8 to 10 tons on it is not going to be a problem. After all, we're moving bales that are fairly heavy. And other pallets too. I get it's been doing some pretty heavy stuff. So unfortunately, we don't get an added bonus for having chicken going to the meat sales. But oops, I think they're frozen. The answer to that question is no. It's just as heavy for the tractor. Not a pretty heavy tractor too. I think she's a 4-wheel drive tractor. Do I dare try this? Like, I just destroyed the pallet. Okay, now I need to put that back down. Teeter totter ta 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 ta. It's totally fine. I don't know what everyone's problem is. It's why that you have a 4-wheel drive tractor. No, not really. There we go. Because the tractor should come down now. Well, that's a steady 13,500. We can't complain about that. On the plus side, a lot of our trees here grew in a nice little windrow, so I'm happy over that. So the idea that the tractor is better than the forklift is a huge nope. Yeah, it is absolutely no different. Which gets me to think, if that's an 8.9 ton, is there an actual forklift on this game that can handle that much weight? Because here's the electric guy. And he can do 8 point something ton, which, yeah, okay. That's useless. That's what I'm using is 4 tons, so it's a bit much. Front loader. What was the skid steer? 4.4 ton. I can't really handle that much either. 19. Alright, we need a big guy. We need a monster front end loader. That's the ticket item right there. We just put forks on that baby. We can move anything. To be honest, that's probably the reason why a lot of guys use the front end loaders when they're moving bales. Alright, I think everything else is shut in, ready to go for next stream. We can clean the rest of this up, get the rest of this field done. Work on our little cottage by the waterfront. And get that going on next Wednesday. These guys are all happy. Happy. 635. 800 is about normal-ish. I can't remember. So that's actually coming along pretty nice. Bees are producing left, right, and center. Oddly enough, in January. Whatever. Chickies are doing well. We've got eggs galore. 783 again. Oh, there goes one. They're just a zooming. So yeah, production-wise is all good for next stream. We have more chickens again. Obviously, that's why they're worth $2. We might want to think about starting to get rid of some of these chickens and hauling them over to meat processing. Just to start getting rid of them. And then, yeah, we're moving right along. Like, I think it's going actually pretty good. Oddly enough. But yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Yeah, if you're new here and you're watching, even at a later date, hit that subscribe button, which is right underneath the video, or our healthy little Huskarl in the bottom right corner. And he has been caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so I've just a fair warning. You might have to smack him and all of a sudden he'll pop out a subscribe button. But, other than that, he's fine. And of course, make sure to leave likes, share to your friends and family, and hit the notification bell so you know when new content comes out, and of course when we go live. And yeah, we will see you on the